All right, welcome back to the channel. So huge shout out to everybody that supports this channel. We just got over 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. So thank you everybody for helping me get here. I really appreciate it. We're going to keep going with the channel as long as people have interest in it. So thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I had so many questions about the last video that I did, the Eovan Carbon, GTS Carbon Pro, whatever craziness they're calling it, versus the Onsra. And then I had a couple of people asking me, well, what about the Eovan compared to the Evolve? So that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to try to go through the same stuff if I can remember everything from the last video with the Onsra, only compare it to the Evolve. So let's go. Now, a lot of this stuff is going to sound very, very familiar or similar because the Evolve is really close to the Onsra, actually. I mean, the Onsra has a little bit more handling because of the shorter deck and stuff. And the Onsra definitely, for me, does better, way better up hills than the Evolve. But it's pretty close to it. So a lot of this is going to compare directly to the last video that I did. All right, but if you don't want to watch that last video, if you're more interested in the two comparison, I'll go through it again. So the Eovan has a bigger battery. It's going to go further. Therefore, I think if your goal is to run AT wheels and you want to get, over 20 miles, I'm a heavier person and I ride in a lot of hills. So I'm not even going to put the ATs on the Evolve. I'm not going to do it because it's going to decrease my range. I know that a lot of other people out there, they're like, oh, I get 25 miles, I get 20 miles, whatever you get, that's awesome. That's you. I'm heavier. I'm just over 200 pounds and I live in Colorado Springs. So every trail I ride on is really hilly. It kills the batteries on these things. So if I'm going to pick anything to run the AT tires on, I'm going to run it on whatever I have the biggest battery. So then it can go even further. So for distance wise, Eovan wins hands down, no matter what wheels you put on it. I'd be willing to bet even with clad wheels on the Evolve and ATs on the Eovan will still probably go further than the Evolve, or it'll be pretty close. So, yep, Eovan wins that. Eovan also wins in another category, uphills. So I have a problem with the Evolve uphills. It does great initially if it's an extended hill, or if you let off a little bit off the throttle to go around a corner and then you get back in the throttle. The Evolve does not do well up steep hills with my weight. It just doesn't do it. All right, so Evolve 45T pulley, 105 cloud wheels, same hill as before in GTR mode. It's hard to get started on the hill. All right, here we go. Floored. Remote set 13 right now. And here's where it starts to struggle. Still doing 12, 11. There it goes. Now it's struggling. 10. I'm still floored. 9, 10. I mean, that wasn't as bad. So the Eovan wins in uphill. I think the Evolve is a little bit more quiet than the Eovan. Obviously the Eovan has a lot bigger motors. I mean, geez Louise, size comparison. I mean, it's a drastic difference. So, yeah, I think the Evolve is a little bit quieter. Now, off the line speed, I I don't think there's a board out there that can beat the Evolve off the line. I really don't. What's the best word for it? Violent. It's violent, to say the least. Violent. Off the line, the Evolve is a monster. The Evan, although, so that's off the line, but if you keep riding, the Evan's going to catch up to the Evolve and it's going to pass it. From about 0 to 20, the Evolve's going to win hands down. Right around 25-ish, where the Evolve tops out for me and my weight and the gearing that I have on it. I have 40 Ts with 105 cloud wheels. So right around 25 is the top speed for the Evolve for me. The Evan is capable of faster speeds than that. Price, they're right around the same price, right? They're right around these two boards, the carbon fiber Evan, right around 1800. Discount codes in the description if you want to save a little bit of money for both of the boards. But yeah, the Evan right around 1800, and that's what I paid for the Evolve. I don't know if they've changed their price or anything. I haven't kept up with Evolve, but yeah, about that. So the price is about the same. This is a good thing, right? I haven't had to use customer service for Evolve. I have, I think, around 150, 200 miles. I'm logging it because if you don't know, the Evolve, the remote, it doesn't tell you your overall mileage. It doesn't tell you that. So I'm logging it. I think I have around 150 miles on it, 200 miles on it, and I haven't had to use the customer service for the board, for the actual board and everything yet. I will say that the Evolve is a very good built board. There is a difference between the two boards. I mean, this is well built, this is good craftsmanship, but this is better. And the best way to describe it is, I go back to cars every time, right? When you get into a Chevy car, the fit and finish of a Chevy car isn't always the best, right? If you got into, a $50,000 Chevy truck or car or whatever, the fit and finish, everything kind of feeling plasticky and the fit and finish isn't the best. This is more like getting into like a Europe board or a Europe car. So the doors shut better, the fit and finish, like all the gaps are better. It's just a little bit better. That's the best way I can describe it. It seemed like the build quality just a little bit better with the Evolve. As far as riding the two boards are concerned, if you were to tell me which board would you rather ride if you weren't worried about how far you're going to go, it's going to be the Evolve, because I'll deal with some of the uphill, slowness and stuff like that, just to have that carving and that feel of the Evolve over the Evan. And that's where I stand with the Onsra too. I really like you can't describe it on video. You just have to experience it yourself. I like the feel and how zippy and in control I am on these a little bit shorter boards and more responsive boards than I do the big long boards. And you can see the size difference. Look at that thing. This is a behemoth. It's like a surfboard. Try turning a surfboard on a dime. The shorter the better. Snowboards are the same way. But anyway, if I had to just grab a board just to go out for, a 20-mile ride or less, I would grab the Evolve over the Evan. But if I wanted speed or distance, that's where the Evan wins. So it depends on what you want out of a board. Speed and distance are this one's strong suits. Top speed and distance is that the Evan wins hands down. Acceleration and just smoothness and responsiveness, the Evolve wins out of the two boards. And I've already done an extensive review where I did up a whole point system and everything. Some people liked it, some people didn't, on the Evolve versus the Onsra. And I still stand by that video. Out of all my boards, if I'm to grab any and just go for a ride, it's going to be the Onsra, then the Evolve, then the Evan. But like I said, I want to go for a long ride, it's going to be the Eovan. If I'm going to put AT tires on any of my boards and leave them on there, it's going to be the Eovan. All right. That's about all that I have. If you have additional question, ask me in the description or in the comments below. If I didn't cover something that I should have and is a big deal, then I'll just update a video or give that person a shout out on my next video and answer the questions. So thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing everything that you guys are doing for the channel. I really appreciate it. And as I've always said, I'm going to bring you it is my opinion, right? These are my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, I'm sorry. I'm not going to change my opinion just because you want me to have a different one. But I'm going to bring you as honest of a review as I can. No matter what. No matter if I spent a whole bunch of money on something and it sucks, that's what I'm going to tell you. It sucks. But these two boards, I'm glad I have both of them in my arsenal. I like both of them. And yeah, they've both been holding up, and they've both been really good boards. So you just got to determine which board right for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.